Sorry, Jen, we're in the wrong spots. Hello, everyone. Welcome into an all-new episode of Comic Book Women. As you can tell, we have two special guest hosts here with us tonight. Trish Forstner. Yay! So glad to have you back. Stranger to this channel, but we got her.
Never been here before.
Never been here. Like, what is this show? And of course, Sarah, aka SheGeek78 on Instagram. Tonight, the four of us are going to be exploring Egyptian mythology, specifically the 9 gods of the Ennead, which of course was referenced in this last week's premiere episode of Moon Knight. There is a lot to unpack. Luckily, the girls and I did our homework. We did our research. So we think we're ready? We think?
Sure.
I mean, this is going to go great. This is going to go great. No, in all seriousness, we're going to be covering all 9 of the gods in a nice depth so that you guys, for any of you out there who are as lost as I was when we first started researching this will kind of give you a nice base, a nice foundation, and then we'll take it from there. Before we kick off the show, round table. Jen, how the hell are you?
Good now.
Yeah? You're excited to be here?
There's just a lot of research, right?
It's a lot. Like this could have been a whole, like, we could have just done like a class versus doing a market report, like just teaching people about all the webbings of how this works and how intricate it is.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of how I felt with Green Knight. Remember when we did the Green Knight deep dive?
Yes.
I remember Green Knight. You went.
She did. She went a teeny bit overboard, but you know, it's like
that's what we love. You know, like that's what we love. Like, go find these ancient ass books. Go, like, you know, or like a first edition of whatever monolith book you had found. And you're like, go find this book. It's super rare. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. That was an interesting show, though. I actually went back and rewatched it later because there was a lot that I didn't catch the first time, and you did a great job on that.
Dude,
I did exactly 30 minutes of research, and there was 2. It's just what Jack gave us to look at.
I really want to go to London, though, because I think it'd be really cool. London, now Egypt.
I've wanted to go to Egypt forever, but from what I hear, the pyramids, it's like, you see them on the postcards and everything. You think it's like this majestic, secluded place, but when you get there, there's like a Walmart right next door to it. Like, it's really,
it's like how New York City looks on TV. Or like how Hollywood looks on TV, it looks all nice, but then you kind of zoom out a little bit, and it's like, oh no, it's a trash fire.
I've never been to Hollywood. I want to.
Or like New York City. Like New York City looks so glamorous on TV, and you zoom out, and it's actually just trash. It's just
because there's no alleys.
Sorry, everybody in New York City.
I know New York's all, what the hell? Half of it.
Right? I've been to New York City. Love it there. They got good pizza.
But if you get a chance, go to the museum. There's a really cool Egyptian part of that museum.
Yeah, it was in a movie recently. Oh, gosh.
Was it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked, though. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to learn and talk about some gods.
The last time we had you on, what were we doing?
We were drinking.
A lot.
Ooh, don't rewatch an episode. I had like 3 or 4 drinks.
That episode was epic. We did superhero-themed cocktails, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep, we got to do it again.
I remember I was going to play again. I was going to play along with you guys, but I think I had work to do, and thus could not get super loaded on cocktails.
Well, yeah, drunken commissions probably don't sell as well, right?
Or they could sell really well. I don't know.
You could come up with a new character. You never know.
Drunken commissions should be on Drunken Chat.
Oh my God. If I could actually function inebriated, that would be amazing.
Good stuff. All right. Trish, how are you? How's your week been? How's your day been?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, you know, for a Tuesday, you know, usual day job stuff, then some accounting and some getting stuff together because I got a couple of rush covers due soon.
Good stuff.
But not you guys. I'm ready for you guys.
Lords of the Long Box. So this is TiVo, guys. If you are coming from his channel, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We purposely pushed the show back a little bit so we weren't overlapping. I didn't realize we were. I was like, oh.
I like this so much better though.
Because starting 30 minutes later?
I don't have to rush home. I can like relax, have some dinner.
See, it was meant to be. Okay, before we get started, quick shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. They are going to be providing all the information that we're going to use for the market report. If you're new to us, if you have never been to Comic Book Women, we go live every Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we cover a different character, artist, or creator, somebody that's performing well in the market, somebody that's relevant to what's going on. So, of course, Moon Knight's been all over the place. And yeah, Egyptian mythology is confusing, so let's take a crack at it, ladies. All right, the Ennead. What do we know? Just real basic.
The one note I took. The one note I took.
That's good, Trish. Good. Ennead
Right?
equals 9.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all we know.
Yep, we're done.
Show over. Go ahead, Jen. I can tell you want to say something.
So watching Moon Knight, I watched it twice. I watched it in the morning before I had to go to work, and I watched it again at night with Britt. The second that it showed Steven trying to stay awake and like reading about it, I was like, I too started deep diving from that moment because I was like, this is awesome. They only showed us, he mentioned 4 when he's in the museum, and then we saw 1 or 2 more. Like it was pans. Yeah, like when he's in the book, it pans. So you see like 2 more, and I'm like, okay, well, we don't know what 9 they're gonna pick because when you start to look into this, the Ennead can change up. There's also like different spellings for some of the gods, and there's like different like within Egyptian mythology, there's different denominations. So I was like, wow, it gets almost overwhelming.
It was a little overwhelming. Like going back and I was talking to the girls, I was like, okay, did we all remember everything? And I think I only retained like 10% of it. Because there's a lot to this. But the basics, we know that the Ennead are 9 Egyptian gods. What are the names? Atum, I think. Atum, Shu, Tefnut, Geb, Nut, Osiris, Seth, Isis, and I'm going to mess up this last one, Nephthys, I believe is how you pronounce that.
We're going to say a lot of things wrong tonight.
Yeah.
Everyone right
Disclaimer.
now.
Yeah, don't come at us.
Disclaimer. Okay, so we know that, I'll move to the next slide. We know that there's like a kind of a complicated, I don't want to say like incestual isn't the right word, but at the beginning of this family tree, the brothers are kind of marrying sisters.
Well, Atum made themselves, and I don't like. I know we try to whatever. They're gods, but so they made themselves, and then they made. Oh shoot! How did this work?
Wasn't it like in the beginning there was like a bunch of gods, they fought each other, and then like they all dispersed into different universes, and then
this
Atum was
Yeah, this first part is more like lore of mythology of Egyptian, and then we get into like Marvel. Because another thing too is that Marvel takes bits and pieces. It also is kind of interesting because not all the gods that we see listed, or even that they listed in Moon Knight, have made an appearance in the MCU or 616, right? So you're like, huh? And then there's times that they get mentioned, but we never see them. So to try to like do a little history and then comics, and yeah, but then the writers, depends on the writers, right? Because they change things up all the time too, and I'm telling you.
Here's what I got, Jen. I got Atum fathered Shu and Tefnut, who then beget Geb and Nut, who then birthed Osiris, Seth, Isis, and Nephthys.
And Horus.
Sure.
Osiris and Isis beget Horus.
Perfect. Okay, so now want to give us a little bit of the background on what each of these gods are associated with.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Here, I'll do the first one. Atum. I think I'm going to call him Atum. I like that better. I think that sounds more powerful. The first god associated with the evening sun. Jen?
Oh, so Shu is god of air and wind, alliance, and peace.
All right, Sarah?
Tefnut is the goddess of rain and dew.
I feel like a teacher in class. Okay, Trish, you're up.
Oh, boy. Geb,
paying attention?
be the god of earth and the father of snakes, my favorite.
Father Father of snakes. And that's another interesting point. Side note, Egyptians didn't worship animals. They thought of them more as like their avatars, their messengers. Just to clear up some, I think, kind of myths about it. All right. Nut, goddess of sky, cosmos, and mothers. And let's see, it looks like TiVo wants to be the protector of mommies.
Which later, because that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, you're up.
Wait, where are we?
Osiris.
Is it Nut or Newt?
I don't know. I think Nut sounds funny. It's probably Newt.
Osiris is the god of death, fertility, afterlife, agriculture, and resurrection.
Isis is the goddess of magic and wisdom, healer, love, resurrected husband Osiris. Nice.
That's a cool one. That she seems like she has like all the best stuff.
With the help of the next one, because they were
Nephthys, goddess of night, darkness, protector of mummies, not mummies.
Oh, that's what TiVo meant. I was thinking he was talking about the mothers, but he meant mummies. Got it. Good one, TiVo. But for you. All right. And then last but not least, Set, god of desert, storms, disorder, and violence. So if you are just joining us, we are going to give you a breakdown of all the first appearances of these different gods, how they're associated with the MCU. Because, I mean, who knows? They might be popping up here in some new episodes. We're not sure yet.
Well, and then a cool thing with the top one, Atum. So when you look into some of the mythology, Atum is more god of like the evening sun, and then Ra is of like the morning sun. But again, that's where you get to these different, like, what's it again? Different denominations of Egyptian lore and religion.
All right, very cool. And so now Heliopolis, the city of the sun. You have a fun fact, or do you want Britt to say it?
Britt shaking her head, so no.
Okay.
it is a real place, and it still exists in today. What you're seeing right here is in Egypt. It's like a northeast suburb of modern day Cairo, and that obelisk you see in the middle is one of the oldest still around obelisks in the world.
That's actually really fascinating. I like it when you can kind of still go and visit some of these places. I'm the god of the claw, white claw, that is. Khonshu, we're all pretty familiar with that one. The god of the moon, along with Thoth. He marked the passage of time. And Khonshu is the one that we saw make an appearance in the first episode. Sorry, a little bit of a spoiler. Ammit, goddess and demon, eater of unpure hearts, lives near...
it's the scales of justice.
Yeah, so this is, again,
what?
Little spoilers. Yeah, so you're going to see some of this in episode 1. What do you guys think of Ethan Hawke?
He's good.
Creepy.
Yeah, what I saw, definitely looks like the, crazy religious zealot type. Definitely got that down. I thought it was interesting. With the glass and the sandals and all that. And I know it goes deeper than that in that there was some like trial of pain or something like that his character goes through briefly in the comic, and I know we'll get to that. But I thought it was kind of cool. I of course didn't know that deep cut without research. Thank you, Jen. But it's definitely cool.
The best kind of villains usually feel like they're not the villain, right? So, did you guys ever watch the movie Serenity?
Mm-hmm.
So the main guy doesn't feel like he is the villain until the very end when he finds out, and then he just kind of like, oh, that's the best kind of villain though. When they full-heartedly believe like what I'm doing is right. I'm not trying to get one up over someone. This is what I think is legitimately right.
Yeah, that scene though, Anthony and I kind of looked at each other like, where is this going? And we kind of watched it because man, that's some dedication. I accidentally broke a jar of Taco Bell sauce in the kitchen. Like, how they sell it in the jars now? Brilliant. And how the speckles go everywhere, and I thought I got them all. And the other day I stepped on one little piece of glass, one little tiny little speckle, and I was like screaming for Anthony. It was so painful. So yeah, he's a G. Thanks, Sarah. That's my story of my bravery. Trish is like, this girl, I don't know what to say.
I'll text you later. I'll be like,
It hurt really bad, Trish. It hurt really bad. Like I had a limp around the house for like 2 days.
I can feel it. I can feel it. When you said it, I can feel it.
I literally wished that earlier that someone would step on a Lego covered in glass. So now I want them to step on this Lego covered in glass, but it has taco sauce on it too. All the pain.
It made like a burning sensation. It was horrible. The best villain is the humanized one. Well said, Noel. What did Chad say? Been married 27 years. Every day is a trial of pain.
Aw.
Your wife is going to kill you. Ultra thought that was funny too, though. All right, let's see. So Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, god of the sky, associated with ruling king. Birth is hidden from Seth by mother Isis. So that's a little bit of background information that we included with him.
Yeah.
And then why did we include Taweret?
Because that's the plushy hippo you see when he's putting stuff away. And I'm like, they would make a plushie unless it was for a reason.
Oh, shit.
But
I
it
forgot
was
something.
stupid adorable. I mean, that was pretty much what.
Yeah. But also, that's what's one of the only gods that isn't even mentioned in 616 Marvel period. I found one thing that we'll see later in slides, but just remember that then.
Really quickly, remember on Friday we did like an anniversary show and we did a ton of giveaways, and Omar won the Derek Chu Gwenverse set. Do you guys remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Anyway, he messaged me later that he wanted to pay it forward, so we're gonna give it away to somebody in the chat tonight.
Nice.
I'm not Lucy. I'm not building a wheel. That's way too much work. So we'll just randomly scroll and stop at the end of the show. But you have to be here to win. Let's keep going. All right. So first appearance of the Ennead. This cover is awesome. I want it so bad. I think it's beautiful artwork. Not even mentioning all the cool keys on the inside of it, but this is such a cool cover. Let's go down the line, Jen.
So the artist is Sid Shores. This is from 1950. Just so you guys, if you're trying to find this, it's not easy.
But it looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried to find it, and then now I know why it wasn't on eBay.
There aren't any on eBay?
No.
Well, I mean,
none.
the last recorded sale of this, or the last value anyway, is as of March 9th. So, according to this.
It was a graded.
Ooh, a 9.0 though. From when?
1950, right? Yeah.
Wow. Pristine. Good job, whoever preserved that.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
That's incredible in and of itself. So we have the raw comic going for 182 with an asterisk because, you know, the condition can be pretty subjective with these
And also, a while ago.
way
too.
back. Yeah.
And also maybe good luck finding it.
I
At all.
mean, go ahead, Jen.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Wait,
I mean,
look in your back issue bins, guys.
Right?
I will find this one for $20.
Dollar bins all day.
Maybe in those paper archival. Have you seen those before? Like those antique markets that like deal with paper archive. Like so, it's War II.
It's the same ones who deal in like animation cells and like
yeah, they might have that or some news because again, like Golden Age books are kind of bigger, so they might thrown in with magazines. So if you go to an antique market or flea market and someone has like really old magazines, you go through that. 'Cause that's how I found a 10-cent cowboy comic, and it was $1. So I was like, I will take it home because it's cool.
Anyway, this is awesome. It's on an upward trend. Again, it's kind of hard to like gauge it though, because there's not a lot of people selling these. If they have them, they're holding on. Latasha, I totally agree. This green color in contrast to that red, it's fantastic. Normally, I'm not a fan of covers that have multiple panels on them. I find it kind of distracting, but it works on this one. I think this is just a really, really nice book. Any reprints?
I bounce between liking this type of cover and not. I think it depends on what the artwork in the other panels is, if it detracts too much from the main one. Okay. But, you know, I don't know. I don't like the text. I don't like all the text. That's my problem with it.
All right, my little artist down there. Picture this. Picture if we only had that main panel zoomed across, so it's just that one without any text on it. You still have the Marvel Tales on the top, but just that main panel.
I don't know. I think it would look a little empty.
I do too. I told Anthony, I'm like, normally I'm not a fan of these panels, but for some reason it works on this, because if you just had that by itself, it wouldn't have that same punch, I guess.
Yeah, I think it would hit different, but I think it would be too empty.
So again, guys, if you're just joining, this is Marvel Tales 96. It's the first appearance of the Ennead, the 9 gods that were just recently referenced in the premiere episode of Moon Knight. Metalface asked a good question. Are there any reprints, Jen, that we know of?
I'm looking into that right now. That was a hard part even finding this, because what comes up is Marvel Tales from like the era that we typically will look for in back issue bins. Golden Age stuff needs to be really specific to find information about it. And when you get specific, it gets harder because people.
We have a killer chat here. We have TiVo in the chat. We have Ultra in the chat. I mean, guys, if you're out there and you haven't answered that question, feel free to throw it in the chat and let everybody know, because that's a good one. It's a good question.
I don't see any reprints of this issue.
Okay. Bummer.
But sometimes there's those sites that do Golden Age digital, so there should be a place to find it possibly digital.
I want to know who that is on the cover. The girl in the red dress.
Is that like Frankenstein and some damsel in distress?
I don't know. It doesn't, because that's the only thing. I like to collect older books that have red dresses and blondes on the covers. And again, I like the dark hair on this.
I laughed at this.
That's a good question. All right, so that's the first one. If you are out and about and you happen to find this one, snag it up. I think this would be a great one to have in your collection.
And tag us.
That would be amazing if somebody out there finds this and lets us know. First appearance of the Ennead. Guys, we're at a little over 50 viewers right now. Make sure you give the show a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We are going live every Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, right after the Lords of the Long Box. And then, of course, we are here every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We might want to switch that too, though.
Can we keep this one, this later time slot? I like it.
I kind of like it. Yeah, for Friday too?
Maybe.
Yeah, I like it too. I think this works. All right, girls, anything to add before I move on? No? All right, class, you guys are doing great. All right, next up, the Mighty Thor 239. We got the first Horus, Osiris, and Isis. Jen, tell us about it.
So this cover is by Gil Kane. This is from 1975. And yeah, it makes sense that they appear in Thor comic just because of all the gods. And this comes up later in
this is 25
slides.
Years later? That's
Yeah.
odd, isn't it? That you have like this introduction of all these gods in an issue, then you just don't see them again.
I mean, if you look at where they're mentioned in other places, DC and other comic books.
You look like you're saying something dirty. You're all DC.
Well,
It's like, no.
they've appeared other places earlier, but not Marvel. This is Marvel.
Okay. Yeah, let's look here. 1842 for the raw. That's not bad, man. If you can find this in decent condition for under $20, why wouldn't you? It's on a 99.69% increase right now. That's incredible. I think that's actually one of the highest trends I've ever seen.
I missed out on one. I'm so upset. On Saturday.
Oh my God. Is it more than $20?
It was. I put 15. I put 15 as my high.
Oh,
And then someone won it with $15.50 because I was working and I looked up later and I was like, 50 cents.
that's irritating.
If Lucy was here, she'd say, "See, Jen, sometimes you just have to do it." That was my Lucy impression. Come on, Jen. That was a terrible impression, actually. Awesome cover. Sarah, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I love this cover. I love Thor's like front and center. I love that the fact that Marvel is including all these different cultures into, comics. So I'm digging this.
Yeah, that's a good point that they're including all the different backgrounds and stuff into stuff. It makes the content more rich. Trish, what do you think? What's your take?
Same. I mean, I don't really have too much to add, only because, I mean, this is a classic cover. I mean, it's Thor front and center. You've got some imagery going on around him with Odin and I guess that's Ulik. I guess the god there, guy on the bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, I think that composition wise, this gives you a good idea of what's going on inside. And
all right, what do you think of this
classic.
comment here, Trish? As an artist, that cover looks basic. No offense. What do you think?
Rude.
He said no offense. If you say no offense, it's not offensive, right?
Yeah, right. It's not rude. No, I mean, I could get that. It's maybe not. He's not doing anything. Like, he's just kind of standing there in a power pose. I mean, if you really want to get critical, he should be like jumping, or there should be lightning or something. But I mean, when was this comic from?
75.
Okay, so I mean, it's holding up for, it's holding up for a pretty old comic,
Yeah, it's interesting. I like, there's a lot of colors on it. I kind of agree with Sequential Geek on this, that this is not something that if I was just going through a bin that it would immediately catch my eye. But
it just looks kind of classic, like like Thor standing there with a hammer, just looking kind of boss. Like, it's just classic to me.
With the blonde hair flowing and the cape flowing.
Yeah.
The classic Thor.
There are Kirby dots. There is Kirby dots. That is enough. Kirby dots. Am I totally ignorant that I don't know what he means by that? What are Kirby dots? Anybody? Lord of Brooklyn, what's a Kirby dot? I don't know what that means. I bet somebody in the chat's could be like, seriously, Laura, you don't know what a Kirby dot is?
Kirby, the artist, Jack Kirby.
Kirby's the artist, but like, did he have a specific technique?
You'll see that in the next.
Oh,
wait, two. But it's okay. This one's next. Sorry.
I guess it's like how the aura around Thor appears.
All right,
there's like kind of like bubbly, and there's like breaks in it. See the dots. See the breaks in the different layers of that are kind of spotted.
I see it.
Yeah, I could point it out. Can't share screen, but it's like all around him. Kirby crackle. That crackle effect.
I like that.
That crackle effect. It still exists.
See, I'm learning something too. We have like the best chat. You guys are awesome. The ones that you got, the people that are out there that are watching, you guys always add so much richness just to the chat alone.
Thank you, smart people.
Yeah, they're really, really
smart. Smarts. This is
all right. Let's keep moving. The Mighty Thor 240. This is the first Seth.
Or Set, because it's spelled two different ways.
I think I like Set better.
And
then Seth just sounds like he's gonna get high and makes jokes.
This is the first Seth Green. 240.
And then there's Horus on the cover right there.
I think this cover's more interesting than the other one, in that there's more action happening on it.
And I like the
red. Older.
Yeah, they pop.
And it's another Gil Kane cover.
What year is this?
75.
So we're still in 75. I like the dude on the lower right-hand corner. Like, that's me after I stepped on that piece of glass. It hurts so bad. He's like, rah! So these gods are behind him fighting. He's in like his business die. He's like, I just wanted a biscotti and coffee and I went the wrong way.
I turned the corner and I ended up at the pyramid. I was just at the Walmart behind the pyramid.
Oh, that's funny. I'm telling you guys, look it up. There's like a Walmart. It's like they completely commercialized the entire area, like right next to the pyramids. I still want to go though, but Sarah, what do you think of the cover? You like it though?
I like it. I like the red and the yellow. I like the colors that are popping. And I like the pyramid with them, fighting. And it's good.
And for $6, right? Like,
it's my kind of cheap.
Zodiac. I'm just trying to get to the Starbucks. Oh God.
Hey,
gods in this case.
Oh God, I was going to say something I forgot. Oh yeah, imagine what do you think is going to happen with this book if Seth becomes part of the Moon Knight series? I think, Jen, we need to do one of those episodes where we circle back to this after the entire series has ran and we see which gods of the Ennead actually make appearances and what it did to these prices.
And then also maybe after Love and Thunder, because if we do see them, they might not last.
Yeah.
Because Gore the God Butcher is coming. Oh, wouldn't that be a really good last episode?
Yes.
Gore kill one of the gods.
Have Gore show at the very, Jen, Sarah, Trish, Jen made Lucy and me read that whole series. Lucy and I would text each other.
God Butcher. I mean, he sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It was really confusing. And so like basically Lucy and I cheated. We would like go online and watch the Comic Torian. Yeah, that. And we would like watch videos.
The Crib Notes, or what was it? When you're in college and you got that book?
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Cliff Notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes or comics for dummies.
Yeah.
Well,
because Lucy, like,
I was so upset. I was like, wait, what? And you're like, it jumps around time-wise. And I'm like, it's supposed to.
It was losing me. I was like, where are we right now? Where are we right now? And I would text Lucy and she'd be like, I don't know where we are. Ask Jen. And I'd be like, all right, Jen, where are we at? And that was another Lucy impression. I'm going to stop doing that before she texts me.
That's two Lucy impressions.
She's hearing you.
So these books are boring. This is why I read indie. All right. Anyway, next book. The Mighty Thor 241. I'm assuming we're still in
history. I'd go back to school, man. Just kidding.
I know. This is the first Geb and Nut.
Or Nut, like you like to say.
Or Nut. I think it's probably Nut, but I'm going to say Nut.
But look at how badass this looks.
This is the Jack Kirby cover.
Look at how badass this is. Look at those skeletons. Oh my gosh. I love this one that's like screaming. That is horrifying, but awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, this cover is definitely stronger. Now, chat, is there any Kirby dots or crackle here?
Well, that's not fair because it's in. No, I mean maybe around the skeleton and the yellow, but not.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't see it here.
This isn't a good example. Oh, good. Lucy likes it. I'm cracking her up. Good. Okay, so this is the first Geb and Nut. So again, if you guys are just joining, we are covering all the gods of the Ennead because we're curious to see if any of these books do something, if any of these characters make an appearance. The raw comic is $330. That's insane to me. I don't understand that just for the...
Well, I wouldn't say go out to eBay, pay top dollar for these. I would say, much like the Green Knight episode, if you think it's cool and you like it, good deals are to be had. Taking those back. I'm not really sure, like as far as specability, if at least for some teach their own. I think it's cool. Do I want to own these? Yes, but I don't want to. No, I'm not going to leave.
You don't want to go broke.
If you can't own Marvel Tales 96, then you could just go out and buy all these individual issues and probably still be under that marker, right?
Right.
So I guess it's like a placeholder in a way if you want to just collect all the first appearances of the individual gods and
That's true.
put them in your PC until you're able to obtain the full. But
That's true. I'll trade you all these for that one book.
Right? Oh, I'm just reading Zodiac. He's making me laugh. He's distracting me. Okay, so down the line, Jen, what do you think of the cover?
I think it's cool, and it's a really good price for a comic that came out in 1975.
Yeah, that alone gives it some value, and that it's Kirby. Sarah?
Yeah, I like it. It's cool, and I agree. Like I'm like Jen. I am a bargain hunter, so this is like totally right up my alley.
All right, Trish.
I already gave my opinion of this as soon as we saw it.
She said, "I love this guy with the opening mouth and everything."
Yeah, look at how he's screaming. Like, look, today when I see a skull on a comic book cover, I don't see that. I don't see that emotion. Like this, who drew this?
Kirby.
Kirby.
Okay, so check this out. Skull with emotion. That's awesome. To me, that's a hellspawn skeleton. freaking me out.
Oh, and of course you would bring that up because you're like the queen of emotion. That's what you do.
I mean, that is terrifying looking to me. That one, that's in particular, the one back there, he's got the sword flat on the table, like he's crawling towards you. He's gonna get you.
Wait, this dude?
Yeah, that dude. He is horrifying.
Oh, I thought you were looking at this guy.
No, that guy, I'm not looking at him so much. This one
guy.
back here, he's got a more pushed expression. It's the second you clicked over to this one, my eye went straight to him.
He's angry. He's an angry skeleton.
Furious skeleton.
Oh, and a little.
Feel it.
Every now and then, I just want to drop a few little. We can take turns if you guys want to. You guys know in episode 1, his apartment, it was purposely designed to be a pyramid shape. Did you guys catch that?
No.
I didn't catch it either. I read it in a chat somewhere. I was like, that's totally true. His apartment shaped like a pyramid.
I just thought it was a loft.
Yeah, but it's a pyramid shaped loft. Like, like he wakes up and he's in like the
Oh, like a triangle.
Mm-hmm. 3 sides, yeah. Jen, do you have any Easter eggs you want to give anybody?
All I can think of is thank you, Cover Price, for providing us the data, the pricing, because it's really easy to like if you're looking for a book. Did we say that earlier or no?
Yeah, but that's not an Easter egg.
No, but did we say it earlier with the?
We said it way earlier, didn't we?
Oh, I didn't even recognize that.
Yeah, we shout out to our sponsors at Cover Price.
Oh, okay, cool.
We'll do it again though at the end, just in case. But no, what's an Easter egg that you caught from the first episode? I know you caught something.
Who? Jen?
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm blinking. You put me on the spot. I
caught it. I caught one.
All right, Sarah, what do you got?
So when he says later gators.
Oh, in his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He always ends it later gators.
I did not catch that. Okay. I like it. Trish hasn't watched it yet, so.
But I'm not afraid of spoilers, so you guys talking stuff, it's totally fine. I'm not going to get mad or be one of those haters that's like, no spoilers, don't spoil it for me.
Good impression. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we got Marvel Spotlight. What?
It's not, I know it's not, before anyone's like, this isn't a part of the Egyptian. Well, okay, no. Right? But when we covered Moon Knight, we didn't add this. And so we're just real quick. Go ahead.
Real quick. We got the Moon Knight number 28. This is the first Stephen Grant, Jake Lockley, and Crawley.
Marvel Spotlight.
And we forgot to include it on the other one, so we figured it was relevant since we're talking about the first episode and all that jazz. Now, the 3 personas of Moon Knight, the predominant one is Mark Spector in the comic books, right? He's the predominant one. And then Stephen Grant was actually like a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
And then there was the taxi driver.
Jake. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think that the producers of the show would have taken Stephen Grant's character and turned him into a gift shop person?
Relatable?
Yeah, probably to make him relatable.
And he kind of feels
they made
sad.
him super duper smart.
Right.
But, like, he's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to get 3.
Right.
Like, if you look at, like, Doom Patrol, it was really hard to do. She did a great job, Crazy Jane. But it's and in Legion, like, it's really tough to, especially when you have such a small amount of time to tell a story. It's probably easier to do 2. They might add 1 or 2 later.
Oh yeah, I guess like if he was, the chat's kind of throwing it out there. I guess if he was like, a mercenary or whatever it was that his character was originally, like he would be too much like Batman. Like, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, it's Bruce Wayne."
Yeah, but now everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's just like Eddie and Venom."
Well, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't in this world.
It did give me Eddie Venom vibes, though. It did. I was watching it, I was like, this feels...
better. Better.
You think this is better?
I think it's better.
What's the actor's voice for Khonshu?
I don't know, but he sounds damn cool.
F. Arthur Murray.
Yes, correct. And is he the voice of the dragon in Aragon? Or is that just me thinking it? Have you guys seen the movie Aragon? I thought that those were the
Not
same
for a long
voice.
time.
Huh.
Anyways, that's interesting though. Everybody in there is saying it would make him too much like Batman, and I guess that's probably a good point. So they made him more relatable.
Rich guy vigilante.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much
Story's been
different.
done.
The taxi driver, I think, would be a cool insight because they would use the taxi driver as like the eyes and the ears for Moon Knight. He was like the one that would hear and see everything. And I think that would be a cool avenue to explore eventually. Give us the stats on this, Jen.
So 9.6 average is around $1,068. Oh, 1,068. The average raw sales like 219, but April 4th, an 8.5 sold for $399.99. But with shipping, you're probably at like $415, $420.
Mm-hmm.
Jen always factors in shipping.
You have to.
I actually agree with you on that because sometimes you'll see these books that are selling and it's like, oh, I got it for $5. And, this person's like, oh, I got mine for $15 with $5 shipping. They're like, well, I got mine for $5 with $45 shipping. And it's like, dude, do the math there a little bit.
That's what happened. When I first got onto eBay, I'm like, well, I got this comic for like $2 or $1, $5.
I paid $7 to have it shipped to me.
Right.
Yeah. And then I started looking and I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, no.
So this would be a good alternative, I think, if you can't have the first Moon Knight appearance. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's significantly less money, so could be a nice placeholder until you get the first Moon Knight. Just an option. And I'm liking the yellow and the blue. The contrast of like these primary colors, I think, kind of works here. It makes it pop.
Well, look at the panels too in the back and the white lines. That's kind of cool. Negative space kind of, or reverse imagery, whatever. I don't know what you want to call that, but I think it looks pretty boss. Like a blueprint almost.
Yeah, the artist is Don Perlin. This is from 76.
Very cool. Can you still find these out in the wild, do you think?
Ultra. Yes. That was an Easter egg. The statue guy was one of the writers or people on the show said that was their either what I'm hoping it wasn't just like a tip of the hat to Crawley that
he'll recur.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. He's in the if you look in the credits, he's listed as Crawley.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you think we'll see him with actual lines or he'll always be that statue?
I think eventually. Because isn't he supposed to be like the confidant?
Oh, it's not a statue. We have in Florida because even Britt, we were watching it. She's like, that looks really weird. And I'm like, oh, no, it's a performance artist. At Miami Beach, people would stand in all white as a statue with money near like a bucket. You put money and their whole artistic thing was to not move. But he had a hard one because he's like holding up his arms and like that would be
right. How would you would have to have something in your shirts. I've seen the guys that have their arms up, they have little stilts in their shirts that their arms actually resting on a board or whatever, and it goes down the side of their
the hell out of your shoulder.
Right.
Alter says that he talks to Mark but not Steven. Have you seen the full episodes?
Well, maybe in the comic books he talks to Mark but not Steven.
Well,
Alter, you've seen the show, right?
Never a statue in the comics.
He was a homeless guy in the comics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was an informant.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought Ultra had the 4 episodes, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, those statue guys, we had one when we went to Mexico. We walked by one, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, it was bad. I walked up, and I was all booga, 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 like messing with him, like trying to get him to move, and he moved. He broke character, and I was like, ah! And they all served you right, Laura. And I was like, oh. I gave him a tip and left.
You gave him a tip for scaring you?
Well, yeah, because then I felt like an asshole.
Because she messed with him.
Yeah, I was like, I shouldn't have done that.
That got a little bit of what was coming to her.
Karma. Trish, it was karma.
Instantly. You were like, crap. Well, that's cool though. I like that kind of art. I've seen a couple of different takes on it. There's a lady who's like paints herself all copper, and she's got this like her dress looks like it's really flowing in the wind, but really that's just set up that way. I don't know. And she stands that.
Oh,
majestic.
So, Lord of Brooklyn, Marcus the Fist, not Steven. We'll find out tonight or tomorrow morning the people who got in the 4 episodes, if you piece together what they're all saying, and they can't say a lot because they have these signed contracts, it sounds like they might do something with Mr. Knight. But it's a rumor, and I do not know, and I, piecing together things, and yeah. Right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Sarah knows a lot of like Easter eggs. Do you have any more? Give us another one.
That was the only one that I saw. That was the only one that I picked out. But maybe I gotta watch it again. I'll watch it again, and then I'll let you know.
Good deal. Sounds like a deal. Okay, let's keep going. First, Atum / raw. I gotta decide if I'm using my U's as a oo or Atum / raw. This is a Mighty Thor number 300, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is October 76.
1980.
I was close.
This is Keith Pollard. Has I say so?
What?
Keith Pollard?
Yes, Pollard. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the special 300th issue. It's a cool one. Again, I like the composition here, and I'm sure Trish is going to have an opinion on this too, because it's interesting what they did here with the cover. $8 for the raw comic, or if you want a 9/8 graded, it's $150. It's on a decline, but again, imagine if any of these gods end up popping up. We're going to have to circle back and see if any of these prices change a little bit.
And maybe we'll do an updated, abridged version of the gods in the beginning. Because that was a really good, like, abridged version, I think we did. The best we could.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we wanted to go into a full, we'd be here all night, man. Mm-hmm. That was a very brief family tree. Here's what the gods are. Here's what they kind of do. Let's move on. Sarah, what do you think of this one?
I like it. I like the whole, like, kind of 3D hammer going on. I like the green in the background, too.
Trish, or not Trish, Jen, are you getting this question? Is that what you're looking up?
No, I'm looking up this one because I thought I saw 2 places say that it was Keith Pollard and not Rainier. So I'm just double checking.
Double check? Let's find out. Jen versus Rob. Who's going to be right? Suspense here. Yeah, you guys are all looking at the Toys R Us thing too.
That looks freaking awesome. Those toys? Wait, that. Sorry. My brain went to the Moon Knight toys. Did you see those? The Moon Knight toys? That No?
No.
Did you?
No.
They showed a couple pops and they showed like action figures and I got really excited. And then one of them, the eyes glows. So that's what my brain heard toys and I was like, oh yeah, the toys are awesome. And you guys were just like, what the? Sorry.
Yeah, Toys R Us shopping spree. Imagine what that would do, back then when
it's the cult guy. Okay, so okay. Sorry.
Continue, Trish.
Well, you would run through the stores with $3,000 back then, 1980 money, 1980s money, where you can actually get something for $3,000.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, this cover, is rad. Of course, get sweet action Thor throwing a hammer at your face. And then I like that the greens aren't just one solid green, that it's toned. That like there's different shades of green there to give you some depth. Like somebody actually thought about it. Like if you just paint that one color of green, it's gonna look flat as hell.
Right.
But they actually gave it some depth.
The special 300th issue, or does that bother you? The placement there?
Actually, no, it doesn't bother me being right there in the center, centered on the logo where it belongs. The designer and me is like, sweet.
Okay, it drives me nuts.
What drives me nuts is when they do like this special 300th issue and it takes up half the damn cover.
Right, just shove it in the corner on the bottom or something.
I don't like this ad being on the front of the page. This Toys R Us shopping spree business should be on like the back, on the back cover on the inside, where they would normally put that sort of thing. But
I wonder how much money they paid for that.
Tons of money, probably back in the day. There's reasons Toys R Us still isn't here. It was probably for this ad.
There are Kirby dots.
They just misspent.
I don't know. I remember Toys R Us, and I'm gonna make people mad. They cost too much.
Their toys were very. What about KB Toys?
They were cheaper.
Lionel Kitty City, and there was another one. Dang it! Why am I not remembering them? They begin with an A. It'll come up in a half hour. I'll remember this and exclaim loudly. But yes, I used to go to those other ones. Not Toys R Us,
where we got our first taste of window shopping as kids. Like,
because you couldn't buy, you could always look. Yeah. Your parents would drag you through there, and you're like, "No, this is great. Can I buy any of it?" Nope. We look, and then we go to KB Toys and buy it there.
Yeah, it was too expensive, and I think that was a big reason why they actually went under. Even recently, like right before they closed, when I would go in there, I'd be like, but again, it was because of Amazon. The horrible Amazon just wiped out half of these places. I think we should do a store on that, Jen, or a show on that, Jen. Amazon versus everyone else. You have a Toys R Us still? I thought they closed them all.
I think they have little pop-up things now. It's not
Macy's.
It's not. Yeah, they're like in a store.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, or they're in like at the mall. You know how like at Halloween time, Spirit Halloween takes over? Mm-hmm. I think they're kind of like that at Christmas time. Like, oh, we've become the ghost of a Toys R Us. You know?
Well, there you go.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Guys, again, if you were just joining us for the first time, welcome into Comic Book Women. We are here every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to cover a whole market report, let you know how a different character, artist, or creator is performing on the third market. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that you'll get notifications whenever we go live. Let's keep going.
Oh, John's in Canada. That's why he has Toys R Us still.
Oh.
They still have Circuit City up there, too.
What? Circuit City.
Wow.
That's so weird. My kids and I were talking the other day. Sorry, this is a side note. And I was telling them about pagers. I'm like, yeah, it was this little box that you put on your hip, and then somebody would page you and they want you to call them. And they're like, well, why didn't they just call your cell phone? And I was like, no, there wasn't a cell phone. You called, they beep the pager, and then you go find a payphone. And they're like,
or you find a phone that's attached to a wall.
Like, or you go like ask the grocery store lady if you could borrow their phone, and they would always get so mad at me, like, and push the phone towards you.
Or they like send you a text, or they'll send you a message, and it's like 80085.
You and I were both thinking boobs. Yes. I could spell boobs. I could spell I love you. What was the other one? That was it. That was it. Boobs, I love you.
It's either boobs or I love you.
Trish, that's where we both automatically went there. 80085. Well, you got to do it in reverse, though, right?
Yeah, I think you had to do it because otherwise you'd have to flip your nerds.
You're a total nerd. Yeah, my kids didn't understand. They're like, so you had to get the pager, then go find a phone, and if you didn't have money for the pay phone, I'm like, well, that's when you did 1-800-COLLECT and said, Mom, it's me, pick up.
Yeah.
And hung up.
That's me, come pick me up.
Or you say your thing is their name, and then you don't do anything.
What do you mean?
So you have to say, like, usually you say your name, and it gets sent to that person, and then they choose to pick up the phone or not. But if you said your whole message quickly, then you didn't have to. They could just deny it, and then you're.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we would do. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, look at this one. So he could spell hoe.
What's me? This? Pick me up at the mall.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I remember that one too. That was naughty. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh, this is a whole nother show.
Right?
What retro shit that we used to do?
Retro. First Khonshu. This one we did cover during our Moon Knight show because it just made sense to include this. We got my blonde in the red dress on the cover. So we got Moon Knight #1. Jen, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you can see in the bottom, it's the personalities.
Oh, it's all of Moon Knight. The three guys.
Jake, Mark, and Steven.
And then the love interest, I guess.
So, yeah, we talked about this last week, but it came out in 1980. And someone recently bought it, a 9.0, on April 4th for $140. 9.6 average sale is $274, and then average raw is $83.50.
I think this cover is awesome. I absolutely love it. I think I would take this in a heartbeat if I could find it for I would probably pay $150 if I could find a nice copy of it. I think it's worth it. If I could find a 9.6, I would pull the trigger on that. I don't see this book. For me, this book is a good investment, but it's also just a really cool thing to have for your PC. I'm totally getting the Batman vibes you guys were talking about, the Bruce Wayne vibes when you look at Stephen on this one. So I see why they went a different direction there, but this is a nice cover.
Guy in the middle with like a grenade and a gun, and like his hairy chest is just hanging out. This dude,
80s, right?
Yep. This guy looks like he's got to go join a team that starts with the letter A. Ride around in a van. It's black, the red stripe on it.
He's a playboy, a mercenary, and a cab driver. Yeah, that's three pretty cool little. But yeah, that's Mark Spector in the center. So, and then you have the what's the taxi driver's name?
Jake.
There you go.
Dudes named Jake are either always like the little buddy that always gets killed, or they're like some tough guy, like I guess he appears to be. I don't know if this dude dies or not, or if he's even around in the show, but he's either a helpless puppy man or
like Jake from
or
State Farm.
Some tough guy, some tough taxi driver.
Like who, Jen?
Jake from State Farm.
Or Jake from State Farm.
The only Jake I ever knew stuck gum in my hair.
Rude.
On the way home from school, he came up behind me and like whacked me in the back of the head with a thing of gum. And when I got home, my mom had to use peanut butter to get it out. Like it was in my hair. And that was Jake. And I've never forgotten Jake. I'll find you.
If I ever find you. Your nemesis through life.
Oh, Jake, I'm going to get him back one
kid.
day. Yeah. I remember his last name. I remember his middle name. I'm going to find him. I'm going to Facebook stalk him until I
there
find
you
him.
go.
One day when he's not expecting it, I'm just like, wham, with a big old glob of like bubble yum.
Oh,
like,
get the worst thing ever, Bazooka Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta chew it for like a month though. This stuff's like concrete. But I love covers like this. I love that the character of Moon Knight is made up of these different entities, and those different entities, those different people are pictured here. Parts of his life make up this one character. I love doing that type of association where you kind of get the makeup of the character basically through a study almost like this.
Yeah.
Also, I do love that the little white box for the newsstand thing with the Spider-Man in it down there is landscape instead of portrait. I like that too.
I honestly hadn't even noticed that until you said something. Like my eye just went across. I don't know. Anyway. Girls, anything to add? Sarah, you want to add to this one?
I like where it says, like, kind of piggybacking on Trish is, where it says they became one to do what they must. I kind of like that, where it's like, here's these three people, here's this hero, this is what they do. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is, and I like the background color. There's something. It's not purple, but it's not blue. What would that be? Like a dark periwinkle?
Maybe it's royal-ish?
I've seen this one time in real life. It was on a wall on an LCS, and it looks like a purpley blue. Which I think is interesting. Color swap black for that blue, and it would pop. All right, hold on. Let me think about it, John.
Yeah, I see it.
No, he's right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I feel like you'd have to do an aura around him or something to make him pop out from all that black, because otherwise he's just gonna get sucked into it and lost. All that shadow on the muscles up in the shoulders and on the biceps here and on the side here on the lower half, you would lose him. He would disappear.
Well, it's on a downward trend, which is surprising because you would think after last week's episode, this book would be going up. Or is it just that we don't have enough data, Jen, to see kind of where it's heading?
That sale was as of April 4th.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, that's odd to me.
There's some rumors going around and some things being put out because Oscar Isaac said that he only signed on to do this one. He doesn't have the golden cuffs on. So, and that they would see how this was received. So I think since that broke, I think some people are worried that this might just be short. And if you piece together what these people are saying that I've seen 4, like one especially has said like they're not sure how they're going to wrap it up in 2 episodes. My hope is that they're just going to do that. Oh, people loved Moon Knight. I'll come back. I'll sign like a 2-3 picture deal. And without getting too much away, do you guys all have Hulu?
Yes.
Okay. When I heard this and then was reading the Jeff Lemire run, I instantly thought of this one episode, and I looked it up. It's free on Hulu. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 6, episode 17. Watch that episode. Comment down below if you think there's even like a 5% chance that Marvel might do this. But we'll find out. We don't know.
Read it again. Buffy season 6, episode 17.
Yeah. It's a really good episode. And then when you watch the end, you're kind of like, wait, what? And to this day, they've never answered ever. Like what because the ending is so, you're like, wait. So watch an episode, comment down below if you think that there's a chance that they might do this. And then, yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, you guys. Let's keep
I
on
guess
going.
homework.
But fun homework. Fun
Yeah.
Sounds like Oscar either doesn't want to commit because he is still in shock from AOA, or he's already committed and not acknowledging it to keep Marvel plans secret.
He has Dune,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
What else is AOA? What's AOA?
AOA.
Or does he mean? Oh, or is it the Star Wars trilogy?
Mojo, you're gonna have to elaborate. You know we're terrible at acronyms. Terrible.
But I mean, he's in his high, right? He's been getting tons of roles. If they pull the, oh, nice! It's a good episode, though. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to just kind of wait and see. That's a lot of what this game is. It's
Is
kind of just
he did
being
die
patient. Yeah. So what's your excuse now?
that he's a hot commodity and wants to do whatever he
Oh,
wants
that's
to
right.
do.
I'm
Age
blaming
of-
Jen. Age
Oh.
of
Apocalypse.
So
Yeah, the Ivan Ooze looking apocalypse. They
Yeah.
could've done
Ivan
that.
Ooze. Jeez.
Yeah, he looked like Ivan Ooze, but that wasn't Marvel. That was
Right.
Fox. I think Kevin Feige might be like, we're better than Fox.
But they have to sign. Don't they usually do like a 10-year contract? That's what the last Marvel people had. So maybe.
But maybe he can be like, I'll do 3 pictures. 3 seasons, 3 something.
we'll
And
see.
Ennead worth.
Yeah.
Trish is so proud of herself that she learned what Ennead were. That was her only note on her sticky note. The Ennead equals 9. I keep using that the rest of the night. That is Trish's fact of the night. Don't forget. All right, next up. So we have Marvel Universe. This is the deluxe edition number 5. The first shoe, Tefnut and Nephthys.
So asterisk, it's the first mention, and there's another book later on that they're in again, but it's another kind of one of these types of books. But they've never, besides this mention and the other one, they've never been in any other Marvel comic. So, yay!
But look at this cover. This is just chaos happening right here.
Oh,
I have this book.
You do?
I do.
Sweet. So these Marvel universes all connect. So if you put them all together, you'll see all of them. So it's John Byrne and Joe Rubenstein cover. And they usually do that with these, like, I don't call them like encyclopedias or guides.
Omnibus?
Guides.
Yeah, like little, yeah, they just,
Yeah.
they're all
I
going in
like
one direction.
guides.
Well, they say the official handbook. So, handbook.
$1.49.
Which is cover price, basically.
Yeah, you're right. That's but we don't have a whole lot of information on this one. We don't know how this is really.
Yeah, because there's no, whenever we just put up from now on, whenever we just put up, well, especially if it's a big cover like this, right? Because it's the front and back, but it's good art or big art. I don't know. We'll just put that little slice of a price because there's no graded copies. So it's like, well, okay.
Yeah. Latasha, you said this is a good contender for a clear backing board. Little side note, the lovely Trish Forster down there is going to be doing the Bird City Comics exclusive for Little Red Ronin. And after one of our shows, we were talking about it, and we talked about doing, I think it was Jen's idea, doing a wraparound cover, which we ended up doing. And every single one of our exclusives is going to be coming with a clear backer board.
Well, make sure you can get those bad boys, though. Supply chains and all.
I'm on it. I ordered them weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you're already ahead then. Oh, I put the base colors on. It's starting to pop.
This is what I do, Trish. You color, I sell. You draw, and I sell. I order the backer boards. I don't know.
It's gonna look so good. It's gonna look so good. I'm super proud of it. As far as the composition goes, it was a very good idea, and I just think it's gonna be super rad. It's gonna pop. I love that it's not. Listen, I don't have anything against homages. I'm the queen. I have them.
Your series liked homages?
I had no idea. No. But I just like that this isn't an homage to anything. And I got a lot of positive praise from Garrett on the wolf guide because there isn't a clear image of him anywhere.
Yeah.
I even asked him if he has one. No.
Hey, did you get any ash cans?
Yeah, I have one.
You do?
Yeah.
Cool. What is it? Did you read it? Is it awesome? It looks awesome.
I didn't open it because mine was double signed and I didn't want to open it.
You got a signed one? What the hell, Garrett?
I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I bought it from a Whatnot sale that he was on.
Okay, that
on
makes
his
me feel
tour.
better. Mine was yeah. Jen, what comment did you put up?
So this is the official handbook of so it's this one. So technically Marvel doesn't own the Egyptian gods, right? Because DC uses them still to this day. You know, just the Dr. Fate line has a ton of them in there. Because it's kind of like Thor, right? Other people have written about Thor. It's what is that? Copyright free? No, what's that word? In the public domain.
Oh, fair use or whatever.
Yeah, like so maybe for a couple of their characters, yeah, and maybe they mentioned them, and maybe they had the hope that they would use them one day, but they haven't. And then
maybe it's like a specific character design, and that's why they put them on these, just to kind of like this is the way this character looks in our universe versus if DC were to do the same thing versus what they would do.
That's true. Okay.
Sarah, what were you digging around for?
I was looking at my Marvel Universe guides.
Oh, wow.
And I lied. I don't think I have that one, but yeah.
These are really cool. Should be because
right?
The handbooks and the guides are usually people tend to pass them up.
You can hold them up now. You're on the big screen.
I did that wrong. Hold on. Big screen. There you go.
So, but yeah, they're going alphabetical order. Yeah, well, they're cool. You get to learn like all about a character. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are they always all running one direction? Is that just like the thing?
Sometimes they're just all standing there with like a letter above them. That's like everyone in this book is this letter. Good
stuff.
I can see all are running like one way.
It looks like it from what you said there anyway.
It was one massive piece that they just cut up.
That's
I would love to have that piece as like a border for like a kid's room, like in the top of or like a molding.
Oh, that would be cool.
A kid's room. I want it in my room. I want
it in like somebody's comic room. I mean,
that'd be.
I mean, my room's gonna be wallpapered with stray dog slabs, but
That's cool. That's cool.
Dang, I want half the. There's a couple slabs I haven't gotten that I'm still searching for. I'm gonna get them. The Dexter one, I want that one. Team Nerd Herd said, "Nice, Sarah." And I want to let you guys know, since they are watching, I'm actually gonna be on their show this coming up Monday, the 11th. So if you are not following Team Nerd Herd, please do so. They're a great group of guys. I'm really excited to be going on their show. I don't know what it's gonna be about yet, but I'm sure it'll be fun. So
Isn't Haley doing something this week?
oh, I forgot about that. I have to go. Yes, I'm going to Haley's birthday party celebration.
Me too. We're all being at the same time, I thought.
What day is that?
I thought it was tomorrow. Or
Do not
the
let me
day-
forget.
Okay.
I totally forgot about that already. I'm so glad you said something. I'm like, the next thing I have is Team Nerd Herd, but no, you're
I was
right.
like, wait a minute.
Oh, okay. And one other thing, James, again, thank you so much for your awesome giveaway last week during our anniversary show. That was very, very kind of you. We have an awesome group here. So, okay, let's keep going. First, Ammit. I'll admit, I didn't know how to say this at first. But I watched a video. It's Ammit. Trish, give me a courtesy laugh.
Nice. So
Whatever.
it was really tough to put both the words and the prices, and since there is graded, it's covering up half the cover. But so you guys know, it's the Savage Sword of Conan, number 196 from 1992. And that cover is by Earl Nareem.
Mm-hmm.
And same title, but number 206 from 1993 is by Rob Larkin. So what you're seeing on the left is cover and a shadow on the inside. On the right is the first full.
Jen, look what Rob wrote. That crocodile's wearing a wig.
I
mean-
love it. I love it.
Crocodile has better hair than me.
Right?
That's funny. All right, give us the stats.
So it sold recently in April. I can't see the date per se. Let's see if I can-
April 3rd.
3rd, okay. Sold for $12.91 raw. 9.6 average sales are around 100, and then an average sale is raw is usually $14.50. I mean, it's from 92.
It's not bad. I had a ton of the Conan the Barbarian books a while back, like a huge run of them, and I got rid of them for like pennies on the dollar, and I'm kicking myself now because the more I learn about Conan's an interesting character. That's one we should probably cover too.
Mhm.
And
Red Sonja.
yes, yeah, we haven't done Red Sonja yet. Oh, I got my Stephanie Hans books in.
Nice.
Okay, what are the stats on the other one? Or did you already say them?
Is that April 2nd?
April 2nd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sold for $10. 9.8 average sales, 138, and then average raw is around 970. So it's on track with that $10 sale. So good job for that person. And you were saying you like the character.
I'm loving this. I'm loving the red hair. And like the more that I was doing research on Ammit, like I'm like, oh, like this is my new favorite character.
I just like that he devours like souls.
Yeah.
He's like the soul eater.
Yeah.
But there's no gray area. It's either black scales or red scales. It's not like you're kind of a bad person, but like I don't know.
No, you're just irredeemable, and into hell you go.
Yeah,
Right.
there's one way or the other. Like that lady in the episode, she seemed nice.
Well, also it was her future. And
Yes.
it's funny because a lot of the YouTube things I watch that like I don't because if they're just like movies, they will make the Minority Report reference. Like, oh, it's like Minority Report because they didn't do it yet, the precog. And I was like, dude, I thought the second I saw it, I was like, Civil War II, Ulysses Kane. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, that's the whole point of Civil War number 2 is, can you be judged on something you haven't done yet? Like,
That's true.
Like Minority Report.
Civil War 2.
Meanwhile, this dude's like, I'm looking into the future. You look kind of spicy in the future, so chomp.
Like, you're gone.
Like Minority Report. Have you seen Minority Report, Jen?
Yeah, I've seen Minority Report, but comic book Civil War 2.
Or Minority Report?
Okay. Well, so what do you
Oh
think?
my,
Do you
great
think that
debate.
you should? I think that she's just the goddess is getting kind of greedy, Like, man, I want people now because I might lose out.
Are you asking me if I think you should be able to be judged on your future?
Yeah.
Sarah, you go first.
I'm
saving my opinion
no,
for the end.
no, absolutely not. Because it's like,
It hasn't
you know,
happened
hey,
yet.
I'm good right now. You never know what happens in the future. Maybe I want to be bad.
Maybe I have my villain story when I step on, or when some kid hits me in the back of the head with some bubble gum. My
Yep.
villain story starts, and it doesn't hit me until I'm in my, 30s that I'm just going to be horrible.
Thanks, Trish. Okay, but what if it was like, Trish, I don't know, Laura's gonna come over and smash her kneecaps in 2 days. Should we put her in jail now or just see what happens?
Well, I mean, I might be able to talk you out of it.
You would take the risk?
Yeah, I'll take the risk. I think you could probably kick my ass, though. I don't know. I think
I
you could
do
probably kick
box,
my ass.
though.
No, y'all gonna have to put her away for a little bit till she calms down.
Okay, so
bring her a cocktail. She'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah, where is my cocktail, actually? Normally,
Anthony, where you at, bro?
Where's Anthony? Normally, he pops in and hands me White Claw right about now. Okay, John has an interesting point. Algorithms rule us all.
Oh.
If you guys want to get super scientific here, everything in the universe is just math. Math is literally the handwriting of God. What movie? Anybody?
Wasn't that Mean Girls?
Are you talking Jurassic Park?
No. Mean Girls isn't even close, Jen. Jurassic Park's closer, but no.
I feel like it's like a national treasure thing.
I just remember something about like math being beautiful. No, that was Mean Girls. Okay, never mind.
Dink Show got it. It was Contact, one of my favorite movies.
Okay, so I guess an alien movie, huh?
Yeah, it didn't get great reviews, but I actually really liked it. So anyway, if you think about it that way,
that was the one I was trying to think of, not National Treasure. I don't know. Apparently, killing Teen Nerd Herd.
Woman beats man in a fit of rage, shedding childhood assault. News at 11. It's all me on the cover, like. I'm that guy with a tie. I don't know. I think that judging somebody on something that's eventually going to happen. I would say no if you're judging me. Yes, if it's everybody else.
Oh, okay.
But doesn't that in turn make you the villain? Like, that makes you bad.
Does it? Are my scales turning red?
A little selfish.
I want to be hitched to your wagon. Wherever Trish goes, I go.
Oh no, we're going to the belly of the beast. I drew a horrible dog murder book. I'm heading straight to Ammit.
I want to know what that old lady
fine.
did. I want to know what that old lady did. What did she do?
Was.
Or what she was gonna do.
So, like, the all-powerful timekeeper in the Marvel TV universe right now. Is he...
Wait, that's later. That's later.
Oh, is that my
okay?
cue?
Literally, I didn't know, so here I am, just like kind of getting conjecture. Sorry.
Write that down, and then when time comes up, we will.
I came up with a real thought on my own.
Yeah.
Put it on your sticky note. Now you'll have 2 things on that sticky note.
Oh no, my pen is dead. Oh well,
all right.
I'll remember it.
Before we move on, guys, we are at a little over 50 views still. Make sure that we have those thumbs up and that you're subbing to the channel. We have Trish Forster, the co-creator of Stray Dogs, here with us tonight. And, of course, the lovely Sarah, a.k.a. SheGeek78 on Instagram. We're going to be here every Tuesday. We have a lot of fun on our shows. Fridays are our flagship show. It's Nearing Nerdvana. And this Friday, we're having Red Hood and Lucas, a.k.a. Mercenat, on with us. So that's going to be a fun show, too. Sub up,
I haven't seen Red Hood on here for a while.
I know.
I'll be glad to see him.
I'm excited. So let's keep Cruella to Trish.
That's me and my horrible dog murders. It's going to send me to Ammit's guts or the soul world or whatever.
Well said. You can tell Trish and I talk too much. I'm like totally messing with her. Jen, what do we have here?
So this is the first naming. Her name, like the name comes up in the Hellstrom, Son of Satan number 3 from 2007, and then the Mystic Arcana Magic. The Mystic Arcana is I have the whole set.
shit, sorry.
Yeah, just
It's
read it.
chitlins and greens. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Chitlins-
what I was like. What are you
cornbread,
talking
sorry.
about?
I switched up two people. My bad. You know what I mean. Okay.
Okay.
continue,
So
sorry.
I was like, anyway.
Chitlins, cornbread, and greens. Is that what it
I
is?
know it was Lucas.
Lucas. It's Lucas. Okay, go ahead.
And Mystic Arcana Magic #1 is they cite as the first modern, like, it's interesting because people citing stuff and first naming, it's like, okay.
Our first naming's really a big deal.
But that's
Like, do
not
people?
key to me. Like,
Well,
that
that's what
would
I'm
be-
wondering. Are there any big books out there that are worth something because they're simply a first naming?
Well, the thing that I was thinking about was like, and I meant to do it before the show, but I'm doing it right now. Is that they both happened in 2007 and 7, and unless, hang on,
Yes, Queen Key. That Lucas. What are you looking at, Jen? I'm watching the chat make fun of me for messing up people.
Mystic Arcana came out in August 2007, and then where is it?
While
Yeah.
she's looking that up, guys in the chat, make sure you're making lots of comments because we're going to be giving away a Derek Chu Spider-Gwen Gwenverse compliments of Omar. He's paying it forward. He won these during our anniversary show this past Friday. And just because I feel like it, we're also going to be giving away, we just got in our Stephanie Hahn's beautiful Red Sonja.
Oh,
I love this book. It's gorgeous. And real, like when you're looking at it, the way she uses this red, Trish, I don't know what that red is, but it looks like it glows. It's so
It's like iridescent.
vibrant. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we'll be sending one of these homes too for somebody in the chat. So 2 giveaways tonight. So make sure that you guys are active. Okay, Jen, go ahead.
So my question was that the first naming, how can it be not the modern if the Hellstrom came out in February and the Mystic Arcana came out in August? Like, I don't understand why they're still separate. If one came first, wouldn't that also be the modern?
They came out in the same year.
Yeah.
right.
What
So
other
that's
one?
why-
Is that a Marvel book or is that the Hellstrom one? That's a
It's-
Marvel book?
It's a
It's
Marvel
Marvel.
book. Yeah.
It's Marvel. So that's Arthur Sadum, and
Yeah, it
then
doesn't make any
did
sense.
the art, and
Yeah.
then Marco Djurdjevic did the mystic did the magic one. Laura,
The magic one, I mean, the cover looks much cooler. I mean, the other one is terrifying, but yes, Son of Satan, I get it.
What's he doing to that head?
Being
What's he-
spooky.
bad things. He's son of Satan.
Wait, what is happening? He's like, it looks like he's just like sewing himself like a suit, like a people
Right.
suit. That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Like, do you think there's a reason? Like, why one over the other? If
Well, maybe because of this, maybe because Max was Marvel's adult titles, and so
it still counts though, doesn't it? Hellstrom is
I
still
don't know.
Marvel. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
does the Max line of Marvel books still exist?
Yeah, no, that was like an era. Like there's a lot of Punisher Max.
yeah, that's what I would think of. Yeah.
I think of Max, yeah. And then they did some
Because I
other
thought
things.
that, like, okay, so maybe it's grown up and it was grown up. That was like an era of books that they did for that time, and that's why they're not calling it modern? Or because it came out first, and that's why they're calling the other one modern?
I honestly don't know. You guys got me on this one. If anybody in the chat has any insight on this, that's a legit question. I'm not sure. And you look at the price difference here, and
I mean, and the Hellstrom would probably be a lot harder to get in a high grade because of the dark cover.
oh
Yeah, that dark cover and that thin ass paper that Marvel uses.
Trish is a
Drop to
paper
hell.
snob. Big paper snob down there. Or the spelling's different.
No, so
It's,
that's the thing is that in Hellstrom, the name is first said, because in the other books, like it's the god, right? But they don't ever say the name, and then it named, And then in the magic is like, it's like, oh, the first modern appearance. And it's like, okay, like modern, like 616, or because are you going to do that? But there's definitely times that there's been non 616 as the first appearance. Like being 616 isn't necessarily like, look at Ultimate Fallout 4. That wasn't in the 616, but that's the first. I don't know.
I need to research this a little bit
ourselves
more.
into a big old circle here. You know?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
That Hellstorm cover looks like it should be like a VHS cassette tape case. Like it should have some like color rub around the edges and the corners.
Or a metal album.
Or a metal album. Yeah. Like a Thrasher, like a Slayer.
Yeah.
So we don't have any graded information on either of these, but the Raw comic, there's definitely a big different. Oh, you're a good man. That's what I say. Love you.
Dude, we were calling him. We called him 10 minutes ago. Just kidding.
Dude, that guy. We were watching the Atum Project. Have you guys seen that yet?
I have not seen that.
It's funny.
So okay, but Jen, did you catch it? So you have Atum, the little smartass boy. I don't know if you remember meeting my kid. He's a total smartass. They're the same age. Then you have the mom, Ellie, and then you have the wife, Laura.
Yeah,
what are the chances of Laura, Ellie, and Atum all being in one movie? The kids and I were like, and Anthony's just sitting there all left out.
Oh,
it's a good movie.
Only
I love that movie too.
If they had a dog named Penny, then Anthony would be on that island by himself instead of with Penny.
So Penny's been eating rocks lately. If you guys are out there, you have dogs, I am up for suggestions, but she's been eating rocks, and that's really bad for dogs. You're not supposed to eat rocks or grapes, apparently, which I did not know that. I gave him like 3 grapes once.
The grapes don't hurt the dog. It is the seeds of grapes that hurt the dog.
Well,
so make sure the grapes don't have seeds. She should be okay if she eats a grape. She shouldn't eat rocks. You should.
So no, every time she brings a rock in, we're like, no, Penny, drop it. When she'll drop it, and we'll give her a chicken jerky treat instead.
That's why she's doing that shit.
So Trish, she walks in today. She walks over to Anthony with a rock in her mouth, and she drops the rock and looks at him like, here you go, dumbass. I brought your rock. Where's my treat? So we've trained her by accident. There are rocks all around my house now. Anytime she wants a treat, she brings in a rock, and she puts it down, and she looks at us. I actually have a photo of it. I'll post it on the Near Nirvana chat. She's looking at me like, where's my treat? So, you know what I did?
I brought you this cool rock I found.
Yeah, she's like, I got this rock. And my Penny voice, Anthony likes rocks, so I've been bringing him rocks. He collects them. If you give Anthony a rock, he'll give you a tweet. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so Latasha, you're going to like this. Lucy, if you're still watching. We have like this espresso machine out there, and Anthony will make me one every once in a while. And I was like, babe, can I have a coffee? And he's like, not right now, I'm busy. Sorry, this is totally off topic. So I went out back and I found like a relatively clean rock and I put it in my mouth. And I walk over to Anthony and I drop the rock. And he starts busting out laughing. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, can I have a
coffee? I'm trading you this rock for a coffee, please. Do you not understand the currency trade here?
I wish he was like that. Yeah, I dropped the rock on the counter. Like, here you go. And he's like, what is wrong with you?
Wait, did Penny see you do that?
No. Penny was in the other room, but she's doing it, and it just.
Could you imagine if she would have seen you do? She's like, I knew it. This is what we do when we want
right?
Poor Penny.
We have.
Penny has learned. She learned it from you. She's gonna be one of those kids that screams, "I learned it from watching you."
The rock didn't taste that bad either. Okay.
Well, as long as she's not actually consuming the rock, it's fine. If she's bringing the rock in exchange for food, then she's probably just playing you.
Yeah, we accidentally taught the dog commodities trading. Trading, exactly. That's literally what we did.
Your dog just learned economy.
Yeah, it's like supply and demand, Laura. Just go get a walk.
Anyway. Go get a walk.
Yeah. I'll have to post a picture of this later. Prince Zodiac's judging me. I can feel it with his emoji.
Yeah, judging. He's like, you guys are weird.
This is a weird show. Okay, Jen, I love that you included these 2 bonuses. I think these are awesome covers, and the reasoning behind it is pretty cool too. Tell us about them.
So Thor and Hercules Encyclopedia, Mythologia.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
By Miko Sayan. Is from
Swaz?
2009, and it is the second time you get mentions from those gods from before from the other universal god handbook, right? It's they're mentioned again here, and you're like, okay, cool. 2009, we still haven't gotten them. Something. Okay, but also in this book you get to see a ton of other gods, and especially leading into Thor Love and Thunder with Gore the God Butcher, like it's a good place to get to know some of these gods. Granted, a lot of them are gonna get killed, but it's still so cool to like see it. I kept trying to track one down, and I don't want to pay that. I want to pay 10 or 15 max, but I haven't come across it yet. And then the Moon Knight #1 from
Katie Cook.
Yeah, Katie Cook. That was the
My Little Pony artist.
I was like, how did you know that, Trish? My Little Pony?
How did I? Yeah.
Yeah,
she was the writer along with Annie Price as the artist when My Little Pony, the original or the Gen 4 arc originally started. They brought it back.
Oh.
They were writing and drawing that series back then. And Katie, of course, does a lot of cool niche things for Marvel, which I think is really nice. Her style is super cute and fun. I can't say that I like. I've seen her at cons and we're friendly, like but like I don't like hang out and drink, booze with them, because I was intimidated by them up until Stray Dogs came out. If because they were inspirations for me, So I was like, hi, okay, bye,
That's it. Go ahead, Jen. Continue what you were saying there.
So that Moon Knight 1 is from 2014, and it's funny because we have one in the shop, and whenever anyone sees it, like, oh, is that Scotty Young? And I'm like, no, it's Katie. And they're like, who's that? And then I'll show them other stuff. But this is the only time, because remember that hippo goddess? She's not in any Marvel comics, and so I was like, what? I need something. And so this
and
is
I think that's why they let her do this too, because she doesn't, she was doing a cute animal book at the time, so it only made sense, right? Her stuff is super cute anyway. I mean, have you seen her web series? I think it's called Nothing Special or whatever. It's cute.
I'll have to look at it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the only hippo Moon Knight cover. It's a stretch, but it's like, but they did that plushie, and it's like, what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
What?
You guys see? Oh, wait, you can't see it. Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. I'll do it in a second. Did you guys see it for a second?
So
we saw you bring up something and save it,
but
we didn't see a picture.
No.
I'm going to show you a picture in a second. Continue.
The professionalism.
I know, this is such a professional show.
In the same Moon Knight, that comic from 2014 is also the first appearance of Mr. Knight, which we know we covered. The New Avengers one is like, it's these two are both cited as first. So
yeah, I think it's cute. I think I like that you included this. It's very clever of you. I'm surprised you were able to find something. Yeah, well, right? Yeah, this is tricky. Sarah, what do you think?
It's adorable. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna get it.
Right?
I
Katie
want it.
Cook is so great because I feel like it's funny and irreverent at the same time. And like, she's got a great sense of humor. So, it's because of her that My Little Pony, her and Andy, it was because of them that My Little Pony was so successful and went on for as long as it did. You know what I mean? But
wait, James, you're not buying? How much money was the thing?
my friend Virgil just picked this up too. I don't know what he paid for it.
I kind of want it too. Everybody in the chat's kind of loving this one. Well, so it's like,
it's super cute.
Try LCSs, right? And try like cheaper. I think you can get it. Like if it's just don't. Okay, it's fine.
James, like, it's okay.
It's
Jen,
fine.
okay.
It's fine. Don't pay a lot for shipping. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
What's Laura trying to show you? Okay, I'll show you guys. Hopefully this went through. There's Penny with the rock.
Oh, she's like, here, I brought you this. Oh, it's a small rock.
See this little rock right here? So she brings them to us now, and there's Anthony's sandal. But he sent me this picture today. He's like, look what your dog's doing. So look at her face. She's like, where's my
She's
treat?
like, I want a coffee, damn it.
That's adorable.
Oh my God.
She's a silly pug. So yeah, if you come to my house ever, you'll see little black rocks all around because that's where she got her treats.
Penny, she's cool.
She's an interesting dog.
She's a baby.
She's a big baby. And like Anthony will sit there and just like snuggle with her. I'm like, oh my gosh. What kind of creature? That is a pug. Excuse me, what kind of creature is Prince Zodiac? That's Penny talking, not me. Penny, don't be rude. Prince Zodiac sounds crazy. Penny.
Is that Penny's voice you use?
That's Penny's voice.
That's Penny's voice.
Awesome.
We have problems in our house, Sarah. It's bad. Even our kids do it. We talk to each other in that voice, and it's bad. Our friends started doing it. Yeah.
What's Rob saying? Which one? The Thor cover?
The Moon Knight. I don't know which one.
The Moon Knight is Moon Knight #1 variant, Katie Cook edition
from 2014.
Yeah.
And then the Thor and Hercules is an Encyclopedia Mythologica.
It would have been cool to get Katie Cook on a Stray Dogs cover.
I'm pretty sure it came up more than once. But Andy Price did a couple of Stray Dogs covers. You guys had it on your website for a while, I think.
Did I?
It was the one with the tombstone and the dog with the.
Oh yeah. I think we sold out of those though.
Yeah,
I think we did.
And then there's another one out there, in the same vein. The one dog has a flashlight. I think it's Monster Hunter. Don't get me. I'm trying to remember what the homage was.
There were
Monster
so many.
something.
It's hard to keep track of all of them.
But it was for number 2.
I need to talk to you about the trade paperback when that's happening for Dog Days. All right. Oh, sorry. There's Penny again. Say bye to Penny, everybody. And we're moving on. So why did we include this one, Jen? This is one that I wasn't really sure.
Okay.
I got it. I'm blocking it. Got it.
So
blocked.
So when you get into deep diving with Egyptian, and I was trying to figure out, because we heard in episode 1 that the goddess wants to be here, do stuff quicker, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to, and then Mark steals the scarab. So I was searching for all the scarabs and Egyptian artifacts, trying to figure out like if it was one like a particular thing or if it was like a set. And the only scarab I came across was this like red scarab, which is like a ruby scarab. That and so this book is from, it's Supernatural Thrillers #8 from 1974. The pencils are by Larry Lieber and inks by Tom Palmer. And basically,
got a blonde chick in distress on the cover. Why aren't you on this there, Laura?
Why isn't she wearing red? Well, because she would blend with the background, I guess.
And basically the scarab was used to banish things, creatures, beings to another dimension. I'm like, that's cool. I wonder if they're going to use this or not, because it's the only scarab I came across deep diving. And I thought it was cool, and it seemed kind of like it's a little too high for me. The 11, I like, again, like 5 and under, but I thought it was cool.
I like this type of trade dress. I just think it's so neat looking. I mean, it looks. When's this book from?
1974.
I just think it. I mean, it. I was about to say if it was like a reprint or a facsimile that it looks, super vintage, but it is. I just like that look.
I
like it too.
Like, what's the term I'm looking for here? Like jewel toned, I guess maybe the blue and the purpley colors. That they're very rich. I would pay $25 for this. Would you, Sarah?
Yeah, I like old.
You would
school
pay $25?
This
Jen's
one,
cap is $20 at least. No shipping.
Right?
The Blonde in Distress, The Mummy. I mean, this
Right?
is cool. And like Jen, again, I keep trying to change your mindset with these type of things. Think of it not so much as I'm spending $25. This is art collecting. Like you're collecting history. These books are just going to continue to become more and more scarce. Like picture in 30 years, you're gonna be like kicking yourself.
Right.
Well, it's
Anytime.
Oh, go ahead. 50 years and 3 more years. It'll be 50-year-old book.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Take away the spec aspect, take away like, whether or not you can flip it. Just think of it as like you own this piece of art. I know you're not like the spec person.
No, I saw Mama Comics.
She'll pay $5.
She'll pay $5.
That's why I laughed. I wasn't laughing at what you're saying. I was laughing at Lucy.
You're going to get like a beat up one. If you can find a really nice copy of this, it's worth it. And
That's
I mean,
true.
$70 for an 8.0, grading it's going to cost you $30. So essentially you're buying $50 to secure a really nice copy. And I think that it's worth it. Whenever we get these collections in, I have such a hard time. I'm like you in that sense, Jen. With these older books, I want to keep them all. I want to just shove them in a safe somewhere and just keep them.
Oh yeah,
give them
if
to
I
my
had it
kids one day.
already, I'd be happy.
So
That was
$25.
so
If you're in a
bad.
store tomorrow and you see it for $25, you won't buy it.
She'd be like,
The
can
next
you not
one, if I could get that for $25, I would get the next book for in a heartbeat.
Sure.
Yeah. Good luck with that. So we got Captain America number 20. This is the Book of Thoth.
Thoth.
I think
So
it's Thoth.
this is
Thoth.
if you're trying to search for this, it technically comes up under Captain America Comics number 20. If you do Captain America 20, you get other stuff. You won't get this one. It's a Golden Age comic. This is why, anyway, it's from 1942. And Sid Shores did the cover. And I thought it was funny because I'm like, didn't Sid? Yeah, Sid did the other Marvel Tales 96. And basically, the Book of Thoth is an Egyptian book of magic. And, with Multiverse of Madness coming out and with Egyptian stuff, I was like, oh, like, what's this Book of Thoth? And technically, Khonshu and Thoth together, like, kind of something about time. They basically, like, are cahoots to be a part of time. Like, so that's how you tie it together, right? Like Khonshu, vengeance, and the moon god, but then kind of time along with Thoth. And there's a book that has Egyptian magic in it. And then when I was like, oh, Book of Thoth, Egyptian magic, the elder gods, which technically, if you look at, so if like here are Egyptian gods, right above them, there's 3 elder gods. And Scython is the one that did the Darkhold. And so I'm like, oh, it goes Darkhold in the Book of Thoth. I wonder if they're going to... This is old. This is, again, from 1942. They probably won't deep dive this much. Or maybe they will. We don't know.
We don't know. It turns out he thinks it's like tooth. So like Thuth.
Thoth? Tohath?
No, but like a TH at the front. So like Thuth. Like I have a loose tooth.
Thuth?
No. Thank you, Sarah.
Sure.
I was gonna courtesy.
I liked it.
It was good, right?
I was like, all right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was like looking at Captain America's legs and not paying any attention to any of you. I'm like, what is he doing? But he's kicking that Nazi in the face. I can respect that.
There's actually a market, not in any way, like I'm not even going to get into the political discussion, but having any type of cover with, symbols.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Historical
Oh yeah,
symbols,
I was gonna mention that too. I've heard of that market because they kind of take those out in later printings or reprintings of things. They kind of wash those things out.
Well, and some stores won't even carry them.
Yeah,
You have stores that then y'all got that Rusoff family curse, lycanthropy related to
turning
Darkhold.
into werewolves.
Jack Russell. So yeah, like you start to go in that direction. Like these are just things that popped up that were Egyptian and were neat.
Cats
Oh,
like
and then
some
did you guys
broken.
know last week was the new moon?
Wasn't it on the same day as the show, or was it the day before the show?
I think it was the day after the show, but I thought that was really funny that it was that same week. I'm like, hey, the new moon.
It's kind
Do
of
they
bad
plan
thing.
that shit? Like, I swear to God, Marvel must plan this shit.
They have to. Disney.
You think they would have like promoted that? Hey, new moon night.
New moon night.
There you go.
We all need to get over there and handle their marketing team. Be like, you guys, you're slipping here. We got some ideas for you. So 177 for the raw comic. A 3.0, you're looking at over $1,000. Whew.
You're looking at over $1,000 for Cap's broken looking legs and swastikas. Sad times.
Some other cool stuff is the Spear of Destiny. That's also kind of cool, but that's another show maybe.
Lycanthropy. Thank you, I read comics. I love how our chat always breaks down the words like I'm like in second grade, and it actually helps a lot.
They're throwing up there phonetically.
My phonetic chat. Guys, remember, be active in the chat. We are doing 2 separate giveaways. We're doing the Stephanie Hans, which Anthony and I just got in the other day. It's beautiful. And we're also doing a Gwenverse set, Derek Chu. Compliments of Omar, paying that forward. So make sure you're active in the chat, and we'll get to that at the very end. Jen, what is the most you will spend on a comic?
Oh, I think the most I've ever spent was at Fantastic Four number 7 or 8. It's the second appearance of Doctor Doom because I can't afford the first.
How much is like $200?
Huh?
Is that like $200?
Yeah, around there for like a
Wow.
4.0.
Okay.
I think 4.0 or 3.5. But that was because I've always wanted the first, and I have the reprints and other stuff, but I'm like, I really want a really under issue 10 Fantastic Four comic. So I saved up and then got that. But
Lucy
it has
wants
to be
know. Does she qualify, Jen? Are we letting Lucy play for the giveaway?
Yeah, she's in chat. She's not in the thing.
Guys, Lucy's our third member of the crew, and she's taking a well-deserved hiatus from the show just so that she can focus on
maternity leave.
Maternity leave. Yeah, maternity leave. Exactly. So we're she's with us here in spirit, though. What are you doing? What is happening over there?
Jeffrey wanted to see what my artwork was. It's Sophie.
Why is that? What is that? It's so big.
It's my banner for cons because
Nice.
my room
Oh,
is a
that's
mess.
cool.
Okay, that's brilliant to use that as your backdrop.
It's my banner for cons because my house is ruined by comics.
Yeah, not a bad problem to have, though, right?
Nope, but Jeff wanted to see it, so here it is.
What's behind you, Sarah? What do you have behind you?
I have my let's see, Star Wars, my antler, and you see,
Oh, that's a sexy Leia.
yeah. And then you see my Bird City comic.
Yay! Are those coasters or stickers?
Those are your coasters.
Sweet. That's so funny. People get so mad. They're like, "Why didn't I get a coaster?" I'm like, "We only get those like in waves, so it just depends if we have them." That's awesome. Jen, what's behind you?
I'm packing soon, but I have lots of pops and comics and action figures and toys, and
That's what this looks like behind me, except for all of it is just in boxes.
Jen, we have a very reasonable offer. Lord of Brooklyn, very reasonable. Let's share this cap book, Jen. I'll put up 80. You put up 1,000. Seems reasonable.
I mean,
that's a New Yorker for you.
In all honesty, I don't think I've told you guys this. Because we're moving and it's around, I still think it's closer to 50, but I think it's going to be 70. And then if in a year I gain 12 more short boxes, that's like 82. I'm going to give myself 1 year from May 1st to get rid of half my collection to only have 41 boxes.
That's
Jen,
still a lot of boxes. I think I only have like 10. And they're mostly stray dogs.
Sarah, Trish, it took her like hours to figure out 3 things to give away on our show the other night. 3 individual books took her hours. Like poor Britt was like, oh my gosh, asking for a friend. What are you guys giving away? Because Jen's like over there having anxiety. How are you going to give away 40 short boxes?
Right.
Or sell?
I think I'm going to do a lot of, in Chicago, it's called Wolf's Flea Market. It's every Sunday, and it's like $35 or $40 per table. And on good weather days, it's really packed. So I think
we buy collections. Just sell to us.
That's what even Gmart was saying too. They're like, well, and I was like,
we'll give you $500. I'm just screwing with you.
But yeah, just flea markets and maybe some small cons too, because I think a small con in our area is like $120 for a table. So I don't know. And then whatnot sales if I get strict with.
James, I want to see your collection. I think didn't you post on Instagram the other day? Like I think he has a ton. Prince Zodiac's making fun of you. I need to scale down. I'm only keeping 76 long boxes.
Nice.
I read comics as 100 shorts to sell. Damn. Wow. I would just love to dig through all your houses and see what we can find. But okay,
Well,
let's keep on moving though.
If ever I pass, Brittany will need help.
Why would you put that out in the universe?
Yeah, we
Jen?
don't keep that out in the universe. Pull that
You're
back.
not- you're not a-
Right?
I'm just look. If something happens, she's gonna need help because it's not like they're labeled and stuff.
You're
Like
gonna entrust me with your collection? I'll be like, Britt, this is worth nothing. What is this? First Star Wars 42. Worth
Here's
nothing.
a shiny nickel.
Right?
Laura,
This
do
is-
you think I'm a noob?
Sitting right there, you calling her out.
Britt's talking in the background. I'm like, Britt, so you see the number on the cover? That's what the book is worth. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that, Britt.
Do you know
So-
what I've endured the last 4 years?
This is the first time you guys are hearing. This is like the Wizard of Oz. You are hearing.
This is the first cameo. Oh, hand appearance. Hand appearance.
This is the cameo. This does not count as a full appearance, but there's Britt.
Shadow.
She's the shadow.
well, Brittany made me a meme, and I haven't posted it, but whenever she makes me a meme, which is very rare, I'm like, it's funny, but I still feel just like a thin veil of like. Let me just pull up real quick.
Our show is getting so off the
It
rails
is so
tonight.
yeah, it is. It is definitely.
I would never cheat friends. I'm totally joking, unless we're
Do
playing.
you
a board game.
know that it would not be a show with you guys if we didn't go off the rails at least several times?
Oh, hold on, Jen. You want to be on the big screen?
Oh,
No, just her phone. Comic books. Wait,
can't read it.
what does the Chris Rock say? Oh, home storage space.
Nice.
and then the
Well
other
done,
one-
Britt.
Oh shoot!
You're killing my eyes.
I
My
know, sorry.
wife.
Coming home with a new
Long box. My wife. Smack.
Those are cute. You should post those. I haven't seen any that like I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this one yet. That's a good one. Okay, let's keep going.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh wait, that was the end. Guys, shout out to our sponsors at Cover Price. Use code NERDVANA14 for 30 days of unlimited membership for 99 cents. You have to be a new member though. That's the only little like asterisk there. Cover Price is a really great resource. It's where we pull all of our information, and they're just good to have even if you want to just organize your PC. Bird City Comics is our sponsored retailer. Anthony's always giving us stuff to give away, so shout out to them. And thank you everyone who came out and supported our Twig cover. The 8-bit sold out on the initial run, so Anthony and I went back. I know, it was really exciting. We were sitting there watching. It's crazy. We undid some of the bundles so that we could get some more singles out for people. So check out Bird City Comics. We have 2 different Twig covers. Trish Forstner collection is still live, although we haven't gotten wave 2 yet.
Well, I have been kind of busy, but I told you last week that I would be working on it very soon.
Yes, that's all. Like it's just a collection of OA that Trish provides for us, and really cool covers.
Yeah, because
Some
I went and restocked on blanks, like different
good.
blanks, not just stray dog blanks, because I have literally hundreds of those. But I want to draw other stuff too, like cool stuff. So I found some other blanks, and I went upstairs into my cache of my cache of other blanks, like older blanks from when I used to collect before, and then I stopped, and now I'm back in. Just when you think you're out.
I will say this, guys. Latasha, I'm so glad you got your Twig. That's awesome. H&H up here, you got your Twig cover too. Make sure, like, I think we're gonna have to do like some sort of like promotion on Instagram, which I'm scared about doing, but make sure you're subbed to the text line. That makes a huge difference. it took, gosh, like 36 hours, I think, for that book to sell out. So people had plenty of time after we notified them, but we got some angry people that were like, what? Why didn't I know? And we're like, we've been showing it on Instagram. We send out text messages, emails. So if you're one of the people that don't feel like you're seeing what we're releasing, just sub up. We're not annoying with it. We only send out a text or whatever for dropping something new. And we have a lot of Trish Forstner stuff coming up. I cannot wait to reveal your 8 Billion Genies cover. That is
going to be cool. That's so rad.
If you guys like the 8-bit cover for Twig, you are going to love what Trish did for 8 Billion Genies. That's all I'm going to say, because we can't reveal that cover yet. To sub to the text line, go to the site and like a link will pop up, or go to my Instagram at Mrs. Bird City, and I put the link on one of my posts, the Twig post, actually. I put the link. So make sure you sub up to that, guys. Okay, really quickly before we let you guys go for the night, Jen, we'll start with you. Any Whatnot shows this week?
I should. I will probably do one Sunday, and then maybe do one Friday. I don't know. Soon. I'll post it because I need to, because it's a lot of boxes I have to move. If I can make it a little bit lighter, that's nicer. But if you guys can, I know that you said that at your library, right, Sarah, that
Yes.
they carry graphic novels.
They do.
And so
I'm reading She-Hulk. I'm reading Hawkeye. Yeah, your library. Check it out.
So if you can, see if they have the Moon Knight, the Jeff Lemire run, because in issue 3 is when you see Ammit. How do you say her name?
Ammut?
Yep.
Ammut?
Ammit?
A-M-M-U-T.
For the
Ammut.
first time, as a female, and that whole run is psychiatric hospital type stuff and introspective, and I recommend reading it if you can. So local library.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good stuff. Okay. Sarah, what do you have coming up this week?
Nothing this week, but next weekend I'm going to do my first Whatnot show.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's exciting. You're gonna be great. Are you gonna do mostly Star Wars, or are you kind of give a little bit of everything?
I have a little bit of everything. It's just kind of test the waters, see what's sellable, what's not sellable. But I have a whole variety of stuff, so I can't wait to try it out. Make some money so I can buy some more stuff.
It's definitely fun until you have to package it up.
Well, that's what my husband's for. That's what Henry is for.
I'm gonna let Aunt know you said that. I'm like, hey, Aunt, Sarah and I were talking, and she said husbands are for the packaging. Wives are for the sitting there drinking a White Claw while you package.
Exactly.
Thank you for coming on. You're always a joy to have. I hope you'll be able to come on some more throughout the next few weeks while Lucy's on.
Oh, for sure. Thank you for having me. I love being on.
Trish, what do you have coming up?
The first of my 2 Twig covers goes on sale tomorrow at various places. It's a group. 5 different people, I think, or 4. Their links are all over Instagram. I share them everywhere. No Mas Comics and Comic. Dang, why am I blanking on him? Sean Fortune, very nice dude. But that's the first one that goes on sale tomorrow. I think there's SIG and Remark packages involved. And then there's another one coming out closer to the end of the month that is rad as well. It's like a character study cover. So I did
it's pretty amazing, guys. It's
I don't want to toot my own horn, however.
It's probably
but I thought it was really cool, and I really love the character Twig, and I think that I would really, it's just kind of like Stitch without the ears. If I look at him, I see Stitch from Lilo and Stitch with no ears. He's so cute. And I just, I'll be drawing that for a little bit. Other than that, I've got your 8 Billion Genies cover coming sometime. I can't wait to hype that. And I can't wait to show you how far I've gotten. I haven't gotten that far, but pretty far on the wrap.
I'm excited. So guys, make sure you're following Trish on Instagram, Sarah as well at SheGeek78. Both of them are on Instagram. They're very active. And these are just, some more amazing women in this community, which I'm so honored to be a part of it. And I'm so honored to have you guys as friends. Love you both so much. Let's do some giveaways. I guess I can make each of you do it since you're the guest. So for
No,
the
I don't
first
want to do
one-
that. No,
No.
what?
I don't want to do it though.
I'm going to make some money after the show.
I was totally bluffing. I was trying to pass it off to you guys like I was doing you a favor because you're the guest, but I hate doing this part. Okay.
Somebody like
I'm just gonna scroll through and tell me when to
Right.
stop, Trish. Tell me when to stop.
stop.
Mark Slack. Mark, are you
Yay, Mark,
here?
you got like
Oh,
you got like 30
no.
seconds, I suppose. Do we have a
30
clock?
seconds, Mark. If you are here, you get the Derek Chu Gwenverse set, courtesy of Omar from last Friday. He wanted to pay it forward, and then the other one will be the Stephanie Hans. Okay, Mark Slack, you have 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Mark.
And if you're driving, please
Horrible,
pull
I'm
over.
telling you, it's so
Yeah,
hard.
please don't crash yourself.
Oh,
It's
he's here.
Here.
Okay. So Mark,
Way
you
to go,
know
Mark.
the drill. DM at Bird City Comics on Instagram, your email and your shipping address. Unless we already have it, then just be like, you guys already have it. And then I'll take care of it from there. Okay. Congratulations to Mark. And next up, we are doing, look at this, you guys. Look how pretty that is. This is the Stephanie Hans.
That's gonna be my next hair color,
It like glows, Sarah. It's-
right?
I don't even,
I don't know if I could pull that shade of red off, but I would try. I would try like hell.
it's so, just so well done. I'm
I
girl
like the little
fanning. I love
skulls
Hans.
in the chainmail.
Yeah, the chainmail,
Yeah.
if you look at it up close, there's individual skulls on each little bracket or whatever. And I don't know, the more I learned about her character, the more I think that this cover kind of encompasses that. She's a badass. And Stephanie Hans is so talented. Anyway, that'll be going home with somebody too. Sarah, sorry, but you got to call and stop now when I'm
All
scrolling
right.
through.
I
Okay,
think
ready?
we can do that. All
Well,
right.
what I like about it is that I didn't see any of the names as you were scrolling. So you scroll, I have no guilt.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you, White Goat Gaming. Okay, ready?
Yep. Stop.
H&H Comics.
Ooh.
H&H, if you are here. Latasha Bundy, yes, was spamming refresh. That is the comment that won. Where are you at, H&H? You got 30 seconds if you want the beautiful red Sonia. And if you guys didn't win this tonight, it's still available on the site. Use code NERDVANA and you'll get 15% off because they are our sponsored retailer.
H, you were just here. There he is.
Yay! H&H is here.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Yay.
So yeah, make sure that you message us your email and your shipping address, and we'll get that in the mail tomorrow, as long as I don't forget.
Oh, I gotta go to the post office.
Why did you?
I
have
have
to-
to. No, I actually have to. I actually got the details for Big Remo's commission that I gave away on Friday. So I'm gonna be working on that this week. Try and get it out with the other one since they're
All
going to
my
the same
stuff's in the
house.
mail, slackers. Ooh.
Slackers, did you draw yours?
Good point. Damn it, touche. Fair point, Trish. Fair point.
Spicy. It's getting spicy here in the last
It
few
is
minutes.
Spicy. So yeah, congratulations to H&H and Mark Slack. And yeah, that's it for us tonight. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. And we will be back Friday with Lucas, not Lucas, and Red Hood. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Hold on, son. Still live. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I knew it.
Oh, shh.
I knew you did it.